What's up, guys? So I want to make a real quick video here of kind of like a very basic riding a motorcycle for your very first time. So I have a friend who's going to be riding a bike soon, and he's in an area that allows him to do it before his classes, which is pretty cool, but at the same time, you're not really given much instruction except from what you hear from friends and everything, which is don't fall, you know, stuff like that. So I'm going to give you like a very basic guide. And obviously, if you've never been on a bike before, do not start on the streets. You want to be in like a enclosed private area away from traffic. A big empty parking lot. Obviously, I don't have one right now, but we can pretend. We'll make believe here, guys. But first, very first, your gear. You want the gloves. These are cheap. These are freaking built gloves. They're like 40 bucks, 20 bucks, but it's better than nothing. You gotta have your gear, jacket, because there's a high likelihood you will crash or fall down at least, and you don't want to get all sorts of scratched up. So, you know, make sure your bike isn't your forever bike for your first test drive. Borrow someone's bike. So, I mean, the controls and everything, I'm not really going to get too much into it. You know, it's pretty basic and it's really covered everywhere. If you know how to drive a manual transmission, you know how to drive a bike. You know, your clutch, gas, brake, foot brake, shifting. You know, it's that I'm not going to really get into. But if it's your first time ever on the bike, out in a parking lot, just kind of like feel out the clutch. You know, just see where it engages, kind of walk it, let it go back and forth. You know, most bikes you don't have to give it gas. Like I could take off on this bike without giving it any gas. You know, just get used to where that point is before you start trying to do anything, right? So, you know, get used to where all your levers are and everything. You know, make sure you can find neutral. If there's neutral light, don't trust it. Let out the clutch slow, make sure it doesn't rock, stuff like that. So, once you do that, you get all familiar with the bike, you can go ahead and take off. You're not going to be a pro right out the gate. It's just how it works. You got to accept the fact that you're going to be a novice and you're going to learn, and you're going to have to be open to learning, and sometimes you got to learn the hard way, but you know, be open to it. Before you get on the street, some of the basic skills you need to learn, which catches a lot of people off guard, which is a lot of that stuff you see on those crazy YouTube videos, is you gotta learn how to stop fast, and you gotta learn how to turn. So here, watch this. So I'm turning my head while I'm turning right, and the bike follows. Wherever you turn your head, that's where you're gonna go. You may have heard object fixation, and that's when someone's looking at the curb. You know, I'm looking at the curb, I'm gonna go to that curb. Like subconsciously, the bike went to that curb just because I was looking at it. And when you're going into a corner, if you're looking this way, when you're turning right, you're gonna go left. You're gonna see that stick on the side of the road and you're gonna hit it and you're gonna go off. That's object fixation. That's what you really want to avoid. Look through the corner first, make sure no one's coming to your left if you're turning right or left, or turning right, I guess, and then go. You know, make sure everything's clear before proceeding. It's a little bit different in a car. In a car, you can adjust while you're turning. Not too much on a bike, so you got to really commit and make sure you're able to commit. So I'll give you another quick example here. Cornering. You know, this is just suburban traffic, which is going to be majority of your riding if you're going to have a motorcycle. It's just normal cruising around traffic. So you look, make sure it's clear, which it's not. That guy, don't trust him. It's clear, nothing in the road in front of me. Then I'll go turn my head, watch the corner, and accelerate through it. And the last thing you want to do is have to brake on a corner. See, looking left. The last thing you want to do is brake on a corner. If you lock that front end up or give it too much juice on the front, it's just gonna collapse on you on a corner. So you want to maintain a consistent speed. Don't jam the throttle, don't hit the brakes, just nice and steady. You can accelerate slowly and you can brake slowly, but very easy. Take it very, especially when you're learning it on a bike. Is that a giant penis on that billboard? That looks like a giant fucking penis. Oh yeah, don't look right. We're turning left. Distractions. Careful of the distractions. See? See what I mean? You look right, you're gonna go right. Don't stare at giant penises off to the right. Street riding and like trail riding and track riding is so different. It's a different set of skills. If you watch my videos, you know I ride a lot, and a lot of it is pretty much this right here. I'm in traffic, I'm around other cars, my head is constantly moving, and it's making you guys sick because of that. But you see when I ever go out on like a twisties, I suck. I'll tell you right now, straight up, I am not good at twisties, and it's because my experience isn't on them. I don't have much experience in it, and the skills don't really translate, and vice versa. If I only did twisties, like, we're dealing with traffic and everything would be totally different and totally foreign. Man, what is with these big fucking trucks? They all smell so bad too. Okay, here we go. So now we're off the freeway and we're in a less trafficy area. I mean, this is still pretty trafficy, but this is actually where I practice riding, was in here. So it's not ideal, but it'll do. So the other thing you want to learn is weaving. This is what they teach you in those classes if you haven't taken them yet. You want to get used to the bike. You want to push down on the handlebar that you're on the side that you're turning. Dude was thinking I was an idiot, and that'll cause the bike to lean. That'll make the turn. So you push down and you turn your head. If you want to get super technical, you want to use your feet too, but for now, push down on the handlebar on the side you want to go. So you give it some pressure, and if you're not turning hard enough, if you're not going to make the corner, push harder. Push harder. You got to keep on leaning. Keep on leaning on. And then the other thing, probably one of the most important, panic stop. You got to learn how to stop quick. I'd start from like 20 miles per hour, like this, and just stop as fast as you can. Front and rear brake. Most of your stopping power is coming from your front, but if you lock the front end up, that's when you go down. So you still need to use the back end. So never really use only one of the brakes. You need both of them. You need that stopping power. So, is anyone behind me? So here, we'll give you an example. We're going about 20 miles an hour. Okay, we need to stop real quick. What you need to do is you need to let off the gas, grab the front brake, put your foot on the back brake, and pull on the clutch, and come to a complete stop. All right. So here's an example right here. 20. And that was actually a bad example. I don't know if you heard, my back tire locked up and it slid a little bit. You want to avoid that. If your back tire does lock up on you, do not unlock it until you come to a complete stop. Plain and simple. If you unlock it when it's sliding, it could grab and throw you, and you do not want a high side or anything like that. So get up to speed and stop. And when you're stopping, try to get into first gear. Drop it all the way down. But that's really important that you learn where the limits are on your bike. You got to make sure you can stop it. So go ahead and keep practicing that. Practice your cornering, and it's going to take a while. In the classes, they usually make you do this for a solid 8 hours. Just weaving, stopping, avoiding, that basic stuff. And you should probably do the same on your own. You know, and that's what I did. I went out and practiced on my own. Man, this road is rough as balls, dude. And you should be all right. So I'm going to leave it on that. That's just like a very basic beginner starter. You're going to jump on a bike for the first time, and you're just curious of what it's like, and no one's stopping you. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions, please feel free, comment below, ask away. Go ahead and like. If you would like for me to do any other stuff, let me know as well, and I can work it in. I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe. Peace.